Welcome. So for those of you who don't know me very well, my name is Alana, and Tony and I have been doing these calls for probably a couple months now. I think it's been maybe 3 months, and really in an attempt, 2 months, 2 months, okay, to help people, more people on their fitness journey. When we talk to people, there's a lot of questions that come up. And so I'm going to be asking one of our team leaders, Tony Furtado, a few of the basic questions that, the people that come up when we have these conversations about fitness or health or coaching. And then at the end, after the video, we'd be happy to get in a conversation with you guys or the coach who invited you, and we'll answer any more questions that you have. So Tony, where were you before you started your online business? What were you doing?
I was doing a lot. I was actually working at a special ed behavioral school. I had been there 11 years. I loved that school. I loved the kids. I loved everything about it. It was a special ed behavioral school with kids that were kicked out of public school. So I loved it because it was chaotic. I loved it. But financially, it didn't pay my bills. So I was also working at a gym. I was working at a bar, sometimes bartending, sometimes bouncing. In 2007, when they were giving out a ton of loans, I knew I couldn't afford a house by myself, so I ended up buying a multifamily. So I was a landlord on top of that. So before Beachbody, I was kind of struggling financially. I had given up on the dreams that I had as a 10-year-old. I think when we're 10 years old, 12 years old, we think, when I grow up, I'm going to have a nice big house, and I'm going to drive a nice car and go on vacation. And for me, that was no longer going to be an option. Okay, that wasn't even close. So I was struggling financially, and I looked at this as an opportunity to hopefully make $500 extra a month from home, and that way I could maybe quit one of my part-time jobs. So that's kind of where I was mentally. That's where I was physically, working job after job after job, living kind of paycheck to paycheck, working about 60 hours a week.
And why did you choose Beachbody?
I didn't really choose Beachbody. The Beachbody opportunity came my way, and I thought if I could keep myself more accountable on my fitness journey, I'll find a way to help other people on theirs. I didn't really know how to do this. It's not like 6 things came my way and I researched every single one of them. Okay, Beachbody was the only one. I reached out to a few people that knew a lot about health and fitness and had them look into certain products, and they gave me the thumbs up. So I decided to go with it. Looking back, I'm glad it was Beachbody, because if it was any other company, I don't think I would have been successful at it, because I see what other companies are doing. I see them cutting corners. I see them putting artificial crap and fillers into their shakes. And if I can't put a product in my parents' hands, there's no way I'm going to put it in someone else's hands. So if it wasn't Beachbody, looking back, I think I still would have been working 3 or 4 jobs, working 60, 70 hours a week, because if there's no passion behind the products, if there's no passion behind what you're doing, and if you truly don't feel like you're helping people, I just don't know how someone could pull it off.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, when I was thinking about, even just drinking Shakeology, like I showed the ingredients to my mom, who's super into health, and she separately buys and takes a lot of the different herbs, that are in Shakeology. And she was looking at this, she's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And she's very, very organic, very health conscious. And so I was like, wow, this is obviously, a very good product.
One of the guys that I brought it to, he's like, I already take a lot of these, but I have to go here for this, and that place doesn't carry that, and this one doesn't always have that. And he's like, wow. So yeah, I feel the same way, that it's a lot of healthy products that you're not going to, some people are already taking a little bit here, a little bit there. And what my buddy said, he was actually a nutritionist for the USA Olympic team in the USA Army. He said a lot of times when people take the products on their own, they can't get the percentages right. So the products aren't all working together. He's like, dude, they just did all the work for you.
That's amazing. See, I didn't even know that. That's very cool. So what are you looking for as a Beachbody coach?
I think as a Beachbody coach, we're kind of looking for a few different types of people. First, obviously, we're looking for the people that are in a rut on their fitness journey, and maybe they're missing out on motivation. Maybe they're missing out on accountability. Maybe they just don't have a fitness program or the knowledge to progress forward on their fitness journey. So people that are kind of stuck and don't know where to go and don't have anybody to really help them, we're obviously looking for those people, because those are people we can actually change their lives. So I think those people, a lot of times they come out and find us, but we're always on the lookout for those people. And I feel like there are a lot of people too on the fitness journey that kind of in limbo. They're good for 2 months. They slow down for a month. They're good for 2 months. They slow down for 4 months. And they never really get comfortable in their own skin because they can't put any consistency behind it. And I think those people would benefit greatly from our accountability groups and from our team because, as you know, with our groups, many of us stay consistent throughout the year, no matter what comes up. And I know this is a terrible time of year for a lot of people with weather changing, kids going back to school, holidays, holiday stress. But you know what? People on our team, we're going to stay consistent, you know? So I think those people in limbo. And then finally, the people that are kind of like us, that are kind of taking their fitness journey one day at a time, doing pretty well. I mean, we have an opportunity to pay it forward and help a bunch of people on their fitness journey. So people like that too, they love our team because they get to be surrounded by other people that want to help other people on their fitness journey. And it's when you've had success on your fitness journey, you love to pay it forward and you love to see the next person succeed.
Absolutely. I was definitely in the category 1 before I started coaching. I was, I'd be great for a couple months and then I'd be like, the couch.
Yeah. Well, life stresses you out. Life is difficult. And if you don't have that accountability, if you don't have the team of people to keep you accountable, a lot of times that happens. Yeah,
absolutely. And the accountability is so key. I mean, I think it's one of the best parts of anything that we do.
Right.
So what's your number one job as a Beachbody coach?
We obviously run 21-day groups every single month, and we want to get people in there to kind of get them off the couch, get them motivated, and all that's great. But I feel like even when I get people in that group, my number one job as a Beachbody coach is to stay accountable on my own fitness journey. These people are watching me. They want to see me succeed. They want to see me when they do pretty well on Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, they start slacking off. Thursday, they're already thinking about the weekend. But they want to see Tony Furtado going at it Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So my number one job, if I'm consistent on my fitness journey, my people are watching them. They get inspiration out of that, all right? And now that they see me plugging away day after day, they're motivated by that. So they tend to ask me a lot of questions because a lot of them don't feel like they can do it themselves. But with me by their side, they know they have a much better shot because they know I'm not going to. And if I do fall off, I'm not perfect on my fitness journey. If I do fall off, they know I'm going to be there the next day picking it right back up.
Definitely. And what do you like best about being a coach?
The best part about being a coach, and I'm very honest that I came in for the money. I was struggling financially, and I came in looking to make about $500 extra a month. My first year, I went out, and we have to say income is not guaranteed. My first year, I went out and made $18,000 as a Beachbody coach part-time on top of all my other jobs. So it allowed me to quit some of my other jobs. And then my second year, I was hoping to double that and make 36, thinking, you know what, if I could work at the school making somewhere in the 30s and make 36 with Beachbody, like that's going to be pretty nice. But my second year, I actually went from 18 to 85 or $86,000. So that's when I quit teaching and became a full-time Beachbody coach. And what you want to do with this opportunity, it's totally up to you. The more people you impact, the more Beachbody will pay you. And over the last 3 years, I've made roughly $1.8 million as a Beachbody coach. So the people that see me from a distance, they're like, wow, that must be great. But I tell people, and the people that know me, they know how I am. I tell people, the paychecks will never bring you to tears. Okay, what brings you to the paycheck is that's an accumulation of the amount of people that were helped on their fitness journey. And I tell people what brings you to tears is the stories that you hear. The mother that says, Tony, I used to watch my kids from the window. I'd want to go play outside with them, but I was overweight. I didn't want their friends to laugh at them. I didn't know if I could last more than 5 minutes, so I never went out there. But I'm in better shape now. I'm playing outside with my kids, and their friends kind of they're fine with it, you know. And you start getting these stories and how we're impacting people's lives. I had one woman once tell me, and she asked to be in one of my groups, and didn't really go into detail. And I'm like, yeah, sure. We have another one coming up whenever. And our next one is September 3rd. So she's like, I have another one coming up, and you're more than welcome to join. So initially she was taking pictures of her walk and pictures of her yoga mat. And then eventually it was selfies. And then all of a sudden it was pictures with her and her husband working out. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then it was pictures of her husband and her kids working out. Like, wow, that's pretty cool. And without even knowing, she hit me up a few months later and said, the reason I asked to be in one of your groups is I was going through a divorce. me and my husband weren't going to make it. And I didn't want to be in the shape that I'm in as a single mother because I knew I needed to be stronger, not only for myself, but for my kids. So that's why I reached out to you. And I can say that me and my husband are getting along better than we ever have. And I think fitness kind of brought them together. It brought them together with their kids. So when people tell you those stories and you're kind of along with the journey, so you kind of see it happen without knowing that it's happening. And then they tell you and you're like, wow, I had no idea. And everybody has a story that they're trying to write. So I'm telling you, the stories bring me to tears. Still 7.5 years into this, they still bring tears to my eyes. And my paychecks don't. I've made a lot of money with this. And it's the stories. The stories are always going to be the best part.
It's totally true. I mean, because you become so, these people that you talk to and work with and help on their journeys, like they become like a family to you, and you celebrate their successes with them and you hear their stories, and it's so, so powerful and incredible. And I had a friend of mine message me the other day. She's like, I've been doing, one of the programs, 80-Day Obsession. And I did a workout from the new one that came out. And she said her husband was like, maybe I might want to do that with you. And she was like, oh my God. So she messaged me and she was so excited. And it was just like, these are the successes that these people have, and you get to share them and you get to be a part of it. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome to see happen, especially when the spouses start working out together. And you're like, wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So do you have anything else you want to
add? I mean, I've told people like a million times, like usually in life, you have a job that either pays you a lot of money or it fills your soul. Fills your bank account or it fills your soul. And when I work with the special ed kids, I'm actually doing lunch with one of my old students, from probably about 6-7 years ago. We connected on Facebook. I was supposed to grab lunch with him this weekend. I love that job. It filled my soul, but financially I was stressed. And I used to remember driving to work thinking, I can't do this every day for the rest of my life. I got to make more money. I don't know what I'm going to do. So you have that job that fills your soul, but doesn't really fill your bank account. Then a lot of times people have a job that fills their bank account, but it's kind of like an empty job. Yeah, they make pretty good money, but there's no value behind it. You're not helping people. There's no passion behind it. So I tell people Beachbody found the way to do both. Not only does it fill my soul, it fills my bank account at the same time. And now I don't have to work for money. I work to help people on their fitness journey because financially I'm in a very, very, very comfortable situation thanks to Beachbody. So I love what we do, and I think sometimes you get a job and you like it for about a year or two. It's your dream job, and then 2 years into it, you're like, yeah, it's all right. I'm 7.5 years into this, and I love it more now than ever because it's not the job or the business, it's the people. And you get to be like you meet new friends and you get to be a part of their journey. They're a part of your journey. It's the best thing, and it's the most powerful thing I've ever done in my life.
Amazing. Well, I guess we're going to end on that. Yeah. If you have any questions, reach out to me, reach out to Tony, reach out to the coach who invited you to watch this, and we'll be sure to answer any questions you have. So have a great night.